Alright, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today's motovlog is going to be about spending time with your family. And I don't just mean like your immediate family, like your brothers and sisters and, you know, your parents and, you know, your kids, your wife. I'm talking about like your extended family, like cousins and aunts and uncles and nieces and nephews. And this is like the reason why I'm bringing this up is because my cousin's from San Diego. My cousin and her husband, for continuity's sake, I'll just call them my cousins. My cousins came over yesterday and we all went to an amusement park together. It was, in total, it was 5 people. It was me and two of my siblings and my 2 cousins. So we all went to Universal Studios and we all had a really good time yesterday. But the day before that, we were just sitting around our dinner table and we were talking. And, you know, it was weird because when we were kids and when we were growing up, my parents always sat at like the kitchen table and they would talk to each other and stuff like that. And us kids, the younger generation, we would go hang out in the living room and watch movies and stuff like that. And, you know, we'd just do kid stuff. And then recently, now that I've been going to San Diego and now that I've been, now that they've been coming over here more, we've been the ones who were sitting at the kitchen table and chit-chatting now, and it was just kind of weird how the tables turned, and you know, now we're kind of the adults in the situation because our parents don't really talk anymore, and my parents don't really have get-togethers anymore, and you know, it's sad in that way, but you know, us kids, we wanted to make sure that our relationships with our cousins and stuff weren't hindered by the drama between our parents and, you know, the previous generation. So, long story short, there was kind of a falling out between us, but things are going well now. They've been going well for the past couple years, and it's great because, you know, me and my cousins used to be super close, and we used to spend every single major holiday together, and we stopped doing that, but now we're back together again, and it's great. It's fantastic. But we started talking about some of the other people in our lives and how, you know, those relationships kind of fell by the wayside, and you know, it's unfortunate because that's their family, you know, and you know, it just kind of made me sad because everything that I've missed out with my cousin from San Diego, like I'm currently missing out on, you know, all of the rest of my cousins' lives and my extended family and my nieces and nephews, specifically on her side. Her nieces and nephews are pretty much my nieces and nephews, but I haven't seen them since I was a kid, and you know, it kind of hurt to think about. Because time goes by really quickly, especially when, you know, especially when you're becoming an adult, when you're in high school, when you're in college, and the first couple years after college, and then when you start having a kid or start growing your family, you know, life gets a lot harder, and then people start falling by the wayside, and it's unfortunate because those people, they're family to you, and you know, right now I'm talking about my family, so they're family to me, but you know, all those people that you used to be really fond of, and you know, life just happens and you grow your separate ways, and sometimes fights happen and people are people, but it just kind of got me down, and I was kind of thinking about it this morning, where as lucky as I am to be able to hang out with my cousins from San Diego, like, it doesn't matter if we were going to, you know, a theme park or whatever. It doesn't matter if we're just hanging out at the kitchen table, or if we're you know, just eating dinner or getting Mexican food or whatever. It doesn't matter because I enjoy their company because I love them, you know? And I was missing out on their company for a really long time. And I started thinking about all the other people, like people who are not extended family, but you know, they're close enough to you where they're pretty much family, like your extended dad or your mentor in high school or college, or, you know, a friend from church. And you know, it kind of got me sad because I was thinking, like, all those people that I used to be really close with and all the people I could really depend on who were essentially family at one time aren't family anymore. And so while I was sitting at the dinner table talking about extended family, I shot a text to one of my church buddies and I was like, hey man, I miss you, I hope you're doing alright, I love you, let's try to schedule something and hang out sometime. And then he was like, oh, I'm kind of busy for the next couple weeks, but after that, yeah, for sure. But you know, it's not hard to send a text message. It's not hard to send a Facebook message or to give someone a phone call or send somebody a postcard even, just to say, hey, I'm thinking about you, I miss you, I hope you're doing alright, I love you. And as hard as, or as easy as it is to do that, we as human beings just get busy, and we get too busy, and we kind of always expect that person to be there for us when they've made it into that inner circle of family, and then all of a sudden we neglect them, and they're no longer family, they're no longer making time for you, they're no longer the person you can call on. And it's unfortunate because sometimes it's not your fault and other times it totally is, where you push people away. And there's one person I'm thinking in mind right now. You push people away and you blow people off enough times, they stop talking to you and they stop asking you to hang out because you blow them off, because you're a flake, because you say one thing and you do another thing, because you prioritize other people's time over theirs. And it sucks, but I hope you don't fall into that category. But if you do, you gotta really reevaluate yourself. But on a more positive note, like, just communicate with people and just say, hey, I'm thinking about you, I miss you. Because no matter how much time passes, if they're really your friends, if they're really your family, they'll pick up the phone, they'll answer that text message as soon as they see it, and they'll say, hey man, I've been thinking about you too. I might be busy, but let's schedule something. Or, hey, why don't you come over right now? Or, hey, look at this guy passing on the right side, that scared me a little bit. But they're like, hey, why don't we, you know, go and do something? And communication is honestly, it's so easy, but it's one of those things that we neglect as a society and as people. When we have something as simple as this, like a cell phone, everybody has a cell phone, or, you know, at least Facebook, and, you know, yet somehow we don't talk to each other, we don't communicate, we don't say, hey, I'm stressed out, hey, I'm missing you, hey, I hope you're doing alright. And, you know, it's tough to think about. It really is. And I'm thinking about it right now. I'm thinking of all these people that are in my mind. Their family, their friends, their extended family. And, you know, I haven't talked to them in forever. And really, it's the same thing with my cousins, where I don't care if we're just sitting on the couch watching movies, or if I bring In and Out over, or if we go do a road trip to some crazy adventurous place. As long as we're spending time together, as long as I get to see you and make sure you're okay, and as long as we get to talk, man, like, honestly, that's all that a real friendship should be based off of, is, you know, that willingness to just be with one another and invest in one another, whether it's time or resources or, you know, even just thoughts. It doesn't matter, and it shouldn't matter. And I don't know, it's tough. Like, I know there's someone that you were thinking about in your head, whether it's your stepdad or stepsister, brother, uncle, cousin, whatever. Don't miss out on each other's lives. Don't miss out on each other's fellowship because somebody did something stupid a couple years ago, or because, you know, you guys just eventually stopped talking to each other. Go and talk to each other today. Send a text message. Like, do whatever you can, because I'm sure that person needs you, you know, or needed you, but they just didn't think they were worth your time at one point. And that's a really crappy place to be in life. A really crappy place to think you're at. But really, what I'm challenging you guys to do is go ahead and whip out your phone and send a text message and just say, hey, I'm thinking about you. You know, this might sound dumb, but I miss you. There's this guy, he was doing a motovlog, and, you know, I just thought about you when he was doing it. But, or you don't even have to say that. You just say, hey, I miss you, let's hang out. But, anyways, guys, like, if you have any tips to, like, honestly keep your friends close and keep your family closer, feel free to drop them in the comments, because I'd love to know that stuff. And if you guys missed last week's video, I'm going to go ahead and link it in the description. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.